I don't understand all this. Wellhouse Street, now that was different. Knee-deep in villains, even the cats had form. If he's so sure, why are there only 4 of us? How many did we collar in Wellhouse Street?
Lost count.
Exactly.
I thought the Yard was unhappy with this sort of thing. I suppose he knows what he's doing.
Are you coping? Boiling in here.
Yeah, no bother, Sarge. Sunhill Police Station. Can you hold on a minute, please?
If I hadn't want to spare, I bet you have them.
Oh, don't worry about me, Sarge. I'm pretty phlegmatic.
Like what?
Phlegmatic, Sarge. I'm increasing my word power.
Oh, yeah? I suppose that's true.
Bob, I'm looking for Tom Penny. Have you seen
Good afternoon,
him?
madam. Sorry to keep
no,
you
man.
waiting.
He's nipped out for a couple of minutes.
Just nipped out for a couple of minutes.
Well, it's 10 minutes every hour in the camera, man. That's the regulations.
Yeah, I know the regulations, Bob. If Tom was sticking to the regulations, I wouldn't be so worried. Nor would Mr. Conway.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, this is a dead loss, believe me. Pass me my ciggies, will you? What's that? What the hell is that doing there? Pastel organising. This yours then, Dashes?
Yes, it is, as a matter of fact.
Well. The CID goes upwardly mobile. Detective Constable Michael Dashwood is finally a fully fledged yuppie.
There you are, Tom. All right.
Yeah, fine.
It's steamy in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got an engineer on the way down, sort it out. Should be here any time.
That's good.
How's your war wound?
Oh, it's all right. I feel it now and then, but it's all right. I'm all right, Bob. I really am all right.
That's okay then. Reminds me of my old dad. He had the emphysema. You know, the old lung trouble. And he couldn't do things he'd taken for granted.
What are you on about? I'm on the mend. It's just taking longer than I want, okay? All I need is to be treated like a normal copper again, that's all.
All right, son. So, Ken, you're on your way back then, shall I?
Yeah. I'm on my way back.
What's the time?
It's nearly 10 to 5, Guff.
Yeah, well, keep your eyes peeled. Just need a little patience, that's all.
Hold it, we got a nibble.
At last.
Come on, get it in your organiser. 1650. Suspect approached the rear of target vehicle.
Leave off, Ted.
Yeah, we're certainly getting a sniff. I don't believe it. You know who that was, don't you? That horn?
No point in nicking the small fry, Jimmy. Well, we're just the 4 of us, eh? When I sniff out a real villain, we'll have him.
Sierra Oscar 5 to Sierra Oscar 8. Almost had one there, but a car horn went. Frightened them off.
Wasn't an accomplice, was it?
No, Ted.
Just a warning shot across the bows.
I'm afraid we've got a problem.
What is it now?
Tom Penny.
Oh, God, not again. Coming.
Well, it wouldn't seem to matter if we weren't foreshort, but with Alec Peters on leave, the cracks are beginning to show.
I know. What do you suggest?
Action. Tom just isn't up to it. He's withdrawn, irritable. Can't seem to concentrate on anything for more than 5 minutes.
He came back too soon. All right, he may have recovered physically, but it takes a long time to get over a shock like that. Simple realisation that your uniform doesn't protect you and you're vulnerable just like anybody else. I think I'd better have a word with him, try and sort something out.
He needs proper professional counselling.
Problem is convincing him of that. Still, must have a go. Well, I better see him now, get it over with.
I'll send him up.
Sierra Oscar 8 to Sierra Oscar 5. Keep your eyes on this one. Out. Now this is a villain.
He's got to be kidding. good look. Nah, I told you he's going in. Well, at least now we know who lives at number 27. Some flashed gid who's already got a video. He was thrilled about this as I am.
8 to 5. Ted, what is he doing?
Getting a bit desperate for action, isn't he? The subject driving the red BMW has gone into number 27. He had a look but didn't bite.
Hold it. He's coming back.
Hang on, he's coming out again.
He's definitely interested.
Nah, he's just checking a make to see how expensive it is. He's too smart, not the type. He's seen us.
Nah, too far away.
Go on, Sonny. Nice video. Who cares if you've got 3 already?
Go on.
Oh, for God's sake, get it over with. Suspense is killing me. Go on. It took him long enough.
Middle-class guilt for you.
That, my friend, is like a bottle. Oscar 5
To Oscar 8. Got him. 1 video recorder acquired by the resident of number 27 Bell Street.
Great. Pick him up and take him straight down the nick. We won't get any more today. We'll just leave it at that. Out?
You want to pull him? After all, you do speak the same language.
Believe it or not, Ted, that joke is wearing just a little bit thin.
Yes?
Good afternoon, sir. This your house?
Yes. Can I help you?
Quite possibly, sir. We've come about your new video.
What do you mean?
For a start, it isn't yours.
Oh, you mean the van there?
Exactly.
Wasn't that one mine? I was expecting one to be delivered today. I assumed the van was delivering mine, but that the driver must have got the number wrong or got lost or something. Is it your van, then?
You could say that, sir.
What is this? Game for a laugh?
No, sir. Nicked for a giggle. I'm Detective Sergeant Roach. This is Detective Constable Dashwood, and we'd like a little chat with you down at Sun Hill, if you don't mind.
This is absurd.
Not obliged to say anything, but anything you do.
Yes, I know the form, thank you.
Oh, been in trouble before, have we, sir?
No, I'm a solicitor.
You wanted to see me, sir? Is this going to take long, sir? Because we're rather busy downstairs.
No, Tom. At least I hope it won't take too long. But that rather depends on you. Sit down. How are you feeling?
Very well, thank you, sir.
That's good. Look, I'll come straight to the point. You happy with your work at present?
What do you mean, sir?
Do you feel you're making a full contribution to the running of your relief?
Yes, sir. I'd rather I was off light duties and back to normal, sir. But,
But what?
I get the feeling some people think I wouldn't cope.
Would you cope?
Yes, sir.
So you think you're coping now, do you?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm not so sure you are.
Meaning, sir?
The CAD room today, for instance. As CAD Sergeant, you're controller and coordinator. That's a very responsible position.
I know that, sir.
Look, we're already short-staffed, and I've been told that you've been away from your desk for long periods.
With all respect, sir, the air conditioning's broken down. It's like an oven in there. All I've done is taken a break or two to get a drink.
Tom, if that was the only example, I wouldn't be speaking to you now.
Look, I just want things to be back to normal, sir, that's all. I just want things to be as they were before.
Tom, you were shot in the stomach at close range. It's a traumatic experience, physically and mentally. Now, I think you came back too soon. I know for a fact you came back against medical advice.
Sir, I don't...
Tom, let me finish. Look, I know that we're short-staffed at the moment, but to be brutally frank, you're not much use to us in your present state.
What do you mean, my present state?
You need rest, Tom, but I also believe you need counselling.
I really don't think that's necessary.
I want you to take 4 weeks off. Visit the medical unit at Hendon.
I don't really believe...
Spend a couple of weeks at the hostel in Brighton.
I've done that, sir. I'm fine. You asked me what the problem is. My biggest problem is people won't leave me alone to get on with the job. If you don't mind, sir, I really must be getting back.
I'm strongly advising you as a friend as well as a colleague.
I know that, sir. Thank you.
Think about it, Tom, and think hard. Because we'll all be watching you very closely, remember that.
Sir. Burnside. I might have known you would have something to do with this.
Well, well, well. Mr. Pembridge. And what brings you here?
You know damn well.
I understand from my colleagues that you helped yourself to a video at the back of a van.
Yes, I did.
Right. Well, let's get down to business, shall we?
Take your time.
I've had a busy day. Got a lot on. Got him as soon as I could.
I'll leave you that a day. You think it's the thermostat?
The temperature and humidity controller.
Oh, is that what it is?
Nice. Why, leave it to me. No trouble. What were you?
It's a bloody conspiracy. Excuse me.
Certainly go.
Mr. Conway wants to see us both in his office now.
Right, Mr. Pembridge. Would you tell us in your own words exactly what you did when you arrived in Bell Street this afternoon?
I parked my car. I got out. I had a look at the van parked outside my house. The doors were open, and I looked inside. I was surprised to see that it appeared to contain video recorders. I wondered why someone should leave the van open when it had such an apparently valuable load. And then I went inside. The time was 4:56 p.m. When I got inside, I suddenly remembered a local police operation about 4 weeks ago in Wellhouse Street. On that occasion, as I seem to recall, a van had been parked in a similar way, with its back doors open, in order to trap innocent passers-by into committing crimes.
Now you hold it.
Suspecting that this might also be a police trap, I went back outside to look for the observers waiting to spring. I noticed them, 2 of them, sitting in an unmarked blue car about 50 yards away. So, to test my theory and to provoke a response, I pretended to steal a video, then went back inside. I think you will find, gentlemen, that it is you who have fallen into my trap.
This is just a load of old rubbish. Now, you lifted a video and you're nicked under Section 1 of the Theft Act 1968.
Oh, very good, Mr. Burnside. But if you remember your Theft Act, you will know that you must prove beyond all reasonable doubt the intention of the accused to permanently deprive another of his or her property. I contend that, knowing this was a police trap, I had no such intention. Merely the intention to expose your operation for what it was, the illegitimate use of a highly questionable technique. Believe me, Mr. Burnside, this time you have bitten off more than you can chew.
Zeros for the mobile too. Can you attend a domestic?
This is a bit dodgy. What are you doing in this controller then?
Neighbours report physical violence.
I've had a right bashing. One of these should last you at least 10 years.
You're all we've got.
Good solid instrument, this.
Hounds, horse and hounds. There isn't a bloody horse and hounds.
American, you know.
That means horse and
US
groom.
of A. Nice bit of work. Very reliable. Normally.
Thank you.
This one, though. Dear, oh dear. Looks like it's been given a real good going over this one.
Sierra Oscar to all patrol.
Boy, you got any idea what happened to this? It's in a right old state.
Can you just mend it as quickly as possible?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
okay. I'm doing my best. Mind you, I don't have got the part of this one. It's so reliable, you see.
Denim jacket. Report heading towards High Street. Respond, please.
Either Tom can cope or he can't. If he wants to come off light duties, he's got to prove himself. Now, the first thing I want you both to do is make sure the letter of the law is observed in everything that Tom does. No bending of the rules. Now, for a start, the CAD room door's got to be kept closed at all times.
Sir?
There's to be no food and drink in there and only 10 minutes off in every hour. Is that understood?
Sir, it's like an oven in there.
The engineer's here now, isn't he?
Yes.
Well, it's not an excuse anymore then, is it?
I think you're being unfair, sir. I admit he's not 100%, but he is getting better.
Well, that's not good enough.
I don't think you understand the man, sir. He's 43 years of age. He's had one job throughout his entire working life. This job. Now he's terrified that you're going to put him out. Cast him. That he'll be gone for 4 weeks, and you'll get some young bloke in from another district, and bang goes Tom's life.
Look, if Tom Penny doesn't get treatment, that's exactly what's going to happen. We do not carry passengers here, Bob. Now, do I make myself perfectly clear?
I'm charging you, and I'm going to make it stick.
You're making a very big mistake after Wellhouse Street.
An innocent person would never steal. Not if I was standing there encouraging them to do so.
Which brings me to another point. I thought that baiting, or entrapment as you would probably call it, could only ever be justified by prior evidence of serious street crime. Can you tell me, Mr. Burnside, has there been any such crime in Bell Street in the last 6 months? Anything reported stolen from parked vehicles? I want to see the evidence that this operation was in any way justified, because if it wasn't, I can only draw one conclusion.
And what might that be, Mr. Pembridge?
That the whole operation was designed to catch one man. Me.
Now that is ridiculous.
You are taking notes, Detective Sergeant Roach, because I think you should have this on record.
If you're going to make personal allegations, you can make them to me. Now, if we've got something to sort out, we'll sort it out now. Go and get a cup of tea, please, Tim.
Okay.
Right, Pembridge. You and me.
Everything all right, Bob?
Yeah, I think so, sir.
Everyone coping without Alec Peters?
Well, I won't pretend it's easy, sir.
I must say, seeing how the place is organised as ever, doesn't seem too busy.
Bracing ourselves for the Friday night rush.
What is CID up to these days?
No idea, sir. They just pulled in a solicitor.
Solicitor? You mean overcharging's become a criminal offence?
No, sir. He lifted a video out of the back of CID's van.
Where is he?
In the interview room, sir.
I'll be back.
You've never forgotten the Dwyer case, have you?
Barry Dwyer was guilty as hell, and you know it.
What can I do if the CPS screws up your cases for you? You work with incompetence, what do you expect?
He was guilty as charged, a dangerous villain, a thug. And you decided to bend the rules for him, on legal aid, plus a percentage of the unrecovered.
The case was dismissed.
On a technicality.
Yeah, the technicality was you had nothing on him.
You're as crooked as he is, pal. And I'm going to have both of you.
This is revenge, isn't it? Revenge for the Dwyer case. It's pathetic.
It won't wash, old son.
No, it won't. I had a feeling you had moved. The increase in dodgy policing, more complaints.
Now you listen!
Mr. Pembridge.
Charles.
Frank, could I have a word with you in my office, please?
Yes, sir.
You read the local papers?
Yes, sir.
Then you'll have read the extensive and highly critical coverage of your last operation in Wellhouse Street.
Those reports were inaccurate, as I told you at the time.
Press coverage of the police is rarely accurate.
What they failed to point out was that 8 of those nicked had form.
A statistic that is of little interest to the average citizen. Besides, they were hardly big-time villains, were they? And what concerns me is the lack of sensitivity. This was 4 weeks ago, Frank. Still fresh.
Can we just get one thing straight? I'd like to know we're on the same side over this. You knew all about Wellhouse Street at the time and it went ahead. Suddenly there's flack. We net a solicitor and it's all wrong.
Do you know the Yard is currently reviewing official policy on such operations?
I don't care about official policy. I want to know whether you think it's right.
Whatever I felt about Wellhouse Street 4 weeks ago, I think today's operation was undoubtedly ill-timed.
This wouldn't be something to do with the fact that Pembridge seems to know you, would it?
Has absolutely nothing to do with it. Brunner. Oh, bloody hell. All right, I'll be right down. Cadram's down, this'll have to wait.
What's going on? He spilled his his drink all over the keyboard. Then he tried to whip me. He's mad, violent. I'm going to the papers with this.
What's happening in here?
The CAD room's gone down, sir. It's the electrician. He's going to fix it. It's no problem.
Let's have it.
Don't touch it, it's wet. He spilled his drink all over it. Now, one of the things fused. Delicate equipment, that is. Then he went for me, like a madman. What have I done? That's what I'd like to know.
I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to.
Oh, come on, Tom. Yeah, come on, let's have you out of it. We'll get someone else in.
You got the result you wanted, sir?
In it.
How did it happen?
Just a little accident, sir, with the electrician. Should be sorted out soon.
So I should hope. It's lucky the electrician was here.
Yeah.
What's the matter with Tom Penny?
He'll be taking a break.
Can we spare him?
We'll have to, sir. We've got no option.
Christine, can I have a word with you?
If you don't need me anymore, sir.
No, Frank, that'll be all for the present, thank you.
You should have seen the look on Burnside's face. I was a bit worried about leaving them alone together. Raw hate, my old friend. Raw hate. Updating in Knickerfax, are you?
Bog off, Ted.
Nah, you'd never make a proper yuppie anyway.
Why is that?
You're not slimy enough.
You say the nicest things, Ted.
Now, that Pembridge, there's an example for you. He'd wriggle his way out of the electric chair.
I feel an act of mindless violence coming on.
Oh, something wrong, is there?
He only got off with a caution, that's all.
Well, you didn't really expect a result out of him, did you?
What? Do I look like a pillock? Of course I didn't. But I gave the bent prat a hard time and cost him a few quid.
It's what you call harassment.
That's what I call gratifying.
Dove,
What?
you know that van we left parked outside?
Yeah.
Well, someone's nicked it.